Shabbat Shalom, it's Rabbi David Baron with a Torah Talk. I'm taping it here in our beautiful Temple of the Arts home, the Saban Theater in Beverly Hills, and we can just feel the energy building for us to return to our home and hold our Shabbat services and holiday observances and all of the special experiences we have here in our beautiful home. We're all hungering to get back there, and we will very soon. Conditions are changing. This week, the Torah reading are the two concluding chapters from the book of Exodus, Vayakhel Pekudei. It's a combined Torah reading of those two portions. And it represents the ending of the book of Exodus. And by ending the book of Exodus, we end a chapter in the history of the Jewish people, their exodus from slavery in Egypt, and how we relate during the upcoming holiday of Passover to the celebration of freedom, how precious freedom is, how it has to be fought for and protected in every generation, not just physically protecting it, but spiritually and emotionally, as well as politically, making sure that our speech is not curbed, that there aren't attempts to deny us the right to freely express our opinions. Those are precious freedoms that are at the foundation of American democracy, and we have to preserve them, not just for us, but for future generations as well. Also, in the Torah reading, we hear described the building of the portable sanctuary, all of the beautiful elements, the gold and silver and cloth, and the precious and semi-precious stones that were used to build this wandering sanctuary, which wouldn't become permanent until Solomon's day in the building of the Holy Temple. But in there are described the work of the artisans, and the lead artisan and architect was a man named Bezalel. Bezalel, there's a school of art after his name in Israel today that's very old, historic school of art, the Bezalel School of Art. And Bezalel was a very gifted artisan, and he was filled with the Lord's Spirit. In fact, the Torah says he was given three important elements to creatively create a magnificent sanctuary. And what were they? Wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. The initials W-U-K, wook, maybe in place of woke, that wisdom and understanding and knowledge gives us the ability to discern a situation, to be creative, to respond without the fear of any unnecessary or unexpected criticism from the powers that be, from those who are the arbiters of social commentary. And so this idea of building and creating something with wisdom, understanding, and knowledge is very pivotal to our ability to be creative and to participate willingly and lovingly in God's work, which is the repair of the world for all of humankind. Also in the Torah reading, we describe the commandment to keep the Sabbath. You can't really be creative unless you allow your mind and body a time of rest and renewal. That's so vital and essential for every human being. My friend once said, our brains are not computer chips. We need to allow time for rest. Usually at night when we sleep is when our brain cleanses all the toxins and we relax into a deep state where many of us dream and we connect with our subconscious. But also, we recognize that human beings who work hard and labor hard, they need time off. And that includes from technology, taking a break from tech and allowing ourselves time for interpersonal communication, confidential communication, communication that comes from the heart and that speaks to another human being as a brother or sister. This episode of the ending of the book of Exodus marks an important chapter, the chapter of the exodus of the Israelite slaves. And each year in our synagogue, unfortunately we couldn't do it this year, we have a beautiful shared heritage of freedom with our brothers and sisters in the African American community. And we bring one of the gospel choirs in here to celebrate. This year, unfortunately, we weren't able to do it. But we're looking forward to, in the coming months, holding that observance and celebration, even if it's after Passover. That's fine. By the way, we hope to be holding a small, socially distanced, COVID-correct Passover observance communally for a limited number of people. So check your emails for that information. When we close the book of Exodus, as we close any of the 5 books of the Torah, we say something really special that speaks to my heart, and I hope it speaks to yours. We say these words, repeat them with me. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and let us strengthen one another. By coming together as a united people, we strengthen ourselves and one another to move forward into this new time when we'll be liberated and free from all of the restrictions we've lived under. I hope and pray it'll be a great time for you and your family and loved ones. Shabbat Shalom. We send out our heartfelt condolences to all of our families who've lost loved ones during this time. And we say this prayer for all of those who've died from the horrific COVID pandemic. We think about them and their families and loved ones and extend to them our wishes of comfort. This month, the month of March, we observe the following yahrzeits for the following people in our congregational family: David Alpert, Jay Astor, Tony B., Dr. Gerald Benson, Herb Bonus, Murray Brindell, Gene Berger, Stephen Burns, Mickey Chavkin, William Cooper, Leah Cordova-Lata, Natalie Claire Davis, Francis Diamond, Audra Dominguez, Susan Fine, Alan Franzel, Robert Franzel, Elizabeth Garrett, Dan Gershon, Robert Gilbert, Frank Goldstein, Michael Cattleman, Heidi Laff, Mildred Lipman, Daniel Lohm, Molly Sabin Manning, Rose Orell, June Perlman, Hy Peters, Max Ramberg, Jack Rodwin, Andrew Rothman, Eric Stanton, Roselle Strauss, Sue Taines, Abraham Tauber, Shalom Volvosky, Alexander Waldman, Saul Wizen, Irving Zackheim, and Anna Esrick Zuckerman. We remember those dear ones with the words of the Kaddish. Please repeat it with me. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah. Magnified and sanctified be God's great name throughout the world, which God governs according to his will. May God's kingdom be established in our lifetime and in the lifetime of the house of Israel. And let us say, Amen. May God watch over the souls of our dear departed ones, whom we recall with love and affection, and perform deeds of tzedakah, of righteous generosity, in their memory. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. May God, who creates peace in the heavens above, grant peace and comfort to all who mourn, to all Israel, to all mankind, and let us say, Amen.